Hello and welcome to my channel today, Boo Snakes and More. Today we're going to be talking about Bane, so please like this video and subscribe to the channel. And for more videos like this, watch my other house channel, A&A Snakes and Stuff, my youngest son's channel, Henny's Toys and Games, or my oldest son's channel, Little Chris 10. Please like and subscribe to this video so you help the agnostics. Now let's dive in. General information, real name unknown. First appearance, Batman Vigilance, of Bane number 1, January 1995. Created by Chuck Dixon. Writer, Doug Machine. Writer, Graham Nolan. Artist, Danny O'Neill. Concept. Affiliations, Suicide Squad, Secret Society of Supervillains, Secret Six, League of Assassins, formerly Bane's Gang. Abilities, peak human physical condition, high intelligence, escapologist, hand-to-hand combat, expert strategist, when using venom, superhuman strength. Portrayed by Henry Silver, Daquan Diamata, Ron Perlman, Danny Trio, Fred Skoskirl, Michael Ray McKay, Jeep Swanson, Tom Hardy, J.B. Black, I am Bane and I could kill you, but death would only end your agony and silence your shame. Instead, I would simply break you. Bane. Bane is an escaped convict from an island prison in South America and a supervillain / assassin. Bane has abnormal physical strength as a result of having undergone experiments involving a derivative of the drug venom. He became known as the man who broke the bat when he broke Batman's back, forcing Bruce Wayne to give up the Batman persona while he recuperated. Bane was originally created by writers Chuck Dixon and Doug Machine and artist Graham Nolan from a concept by Danny O'Neill. He first appeared in Batman Vigilance of Bane, art, January 1993. Overview. Originally intended as a dark mirror of the highly disciplined and multi-skilled pop hero Dr. Savage, Bane spends his childhood in the hellish prison of Pena Duro on the corrupt South American island nation of Santa Pascal. He develops super strength through a forced experiment involving the drug venom. Although his disciplinary dependency on venom is an immense weakness, Bane has been one of Batman's most intelligent and physically powerful foes. He is best known for breaking Batman's back in the Nightfall story arc. Although primarily a villain, Bane is a complex character and has worked to take down drug lords. Despite their history, he has sometimes had Batman's financial backing and direct assistance. Bane has appeared and some other media adaptations of Batman, including Batman the Animated Series, its sequels and spin-offs, and its successor, The Batman. Pro wrestler Jeep Swanson played him in the 1997 film Batman and Robin. He returned to the silver screen in 2012's The Dark Knight Rises, portrayed by Tom Hardy, which has several influences from the Nightfall story arc. In many adaptations, he is more simplistic and thug-like than his comic book counterpart. Publication history: Chuck Dixon, Doug Mahnke, and Graham Nolan created the character for the Nightfall storyline, although it is unclear what elements were introduced by each of the two writers, Dixon and Mahnke. Dixon wrote the character's first appearance, Vigilance of Bane, with art by Graham Nolan. It is also unclear how much input was provided by Danny O'Neil, veteran writer of the Batman books, then group editor for the Batman family of books, and author of the novel adaptation of Nightfall. O'Neil had previously created Bane's hellish birthplace of Santa Pascal in The Question and the drug Venom in the storyline of the same name, published in the pages of Legends of the Dark Knight, numbers 16 through 20, and later reprinted as a graphic novel. In the pages of Azrael, O'Neil introduced Bane's perception of Venom as both an addiction and the weakness responsible for his earlier defeats. The link between Bane and Kingsnake was introduced by writer Scott Beatty. History. Background. The origin of Bane has similarities with another fictional character, Alexander Dermis Edmund Dance, born to serve the life sentence of his father. Bane's childhood and early adult life were spent behind the walls of Para de Nero, an infamous prison located in Santa Pascal. Through imprisonment, his natural abilities allow him to develop extraordinary skills within the prison's walls. He reads as many books as he can get his hands on, builds up his body in the prison's gymnasium, and learns to fight in the merciless school of prison life. Despite his circumstances, he appears to have found teachers of various sorts during his incarceration, ranging from a hardened convict to an elderly Judas priest, under whose tutelage he apparently receives a classical education. Bane murders this priest upon his return to Santa Pascal years later. However, he commits his first murder at the age of 8, stabbing a criminal who wanted to use him to gain information about the prison. During his years in prison, Bane carries a teddy bear he calls Osanti, Spanish for little bear, whom he considers his only friend. It is revealed that Osanti has a hole in his back to hold a knife that Bane uses against anyone who bullies him. This is spoofed in Italian superhero parody, Ratman, by Leo Amati, where the triangular bummering and goofy superhero has constant and heated discussions with a stuffed teddy called Pinchato, whose voice only he can hear. Bane ultimately establishes himself as the king of Pia de Rero prison. The prison's controllers take note and eventually force him to become a test subject for a mysterious drug known as Venom, which has killed all other subjects. It nearly kills him at first, but he survives. and finds its effects enhance his physical strength. Although he needs to take it every 12 hours via a system of cables pumped directly into his brain, or he would suffer debilitating side effects. The man who broke the bat. Years later, Bane escapes. Pia Guerrero, along with several accomplices, his friends Trig, Zombie, and Bird, all of whom are named after 1960s rock bands. The Trigs, the Zombies, and the Birds, and were designed to mimic three of Doc Savage's assistants, Mock, Ham, and Rennie. His adaptation turns to destroying Batman. His ambition turns to destroying Batman, whom he had heard tales of when serving his sentence. He is fascinated with Gotham City as, like the prison, it is a place where fear rules, in this case fear of Batman. Bane is convinced that the demonic bat that haunted his dreams since childhood is a representation of the Batman. Aware that a direct assault on Batman would be foolish, Bane destroys the walls of Arkham Asylum, allowing its deranged inmates, including Joker, Two-Face, Scarecrow, Riddler, Poison Ivy, Mad Hatter, the Ventriloquist, Firefly, the Cavalier, and Vincent Zaz, as well as mere villain film freak who Bane almost killed for spying on him afterward to escape into Gotham City, where Batman spends 3 months rounding him up, running himself to exhaustion. Batman returns to Wayne Manor where Bane awaits him. He fights Batman in the Batcave, defeats him, and delivers the coup de grace. He breaks Batman's back and leaves him paraplegic, thereby having been the only man to have broken the bat. Downfall. Why Bane establishes himself as ruler of Gotham's criminal underworld. Bruce Wayne passes the mantle of Batman to Jean-Paul Valley, also known as Azu. As Batman, Jean-Paul grows increasingly violent, allowing the villain Abater to fall to his death. Jean-Paul also refuses to recognize Robin as his partner, utilizing a sophisticated combat suit in place of the traditional Batman uniform. He fights and defeats Bane at the end of the Nightfall arc, severing the tubes that pump the venom into Bane's bloodstream, causing severe withdrawal. Valley then gives the weakened Bane a vigorous beating, leaving him alive but broken. Legacy. Following the events of Nightfall, Bane recovers from his venom addiction while serving time in prison. As seen in Vigilance of Bane, The Redemption 1995, he eventually escapes from prison and returns to Gotham, where he fights alongside Batman to take out a criminal thug that is distributing a venom derivative to street-level thugs. Following a victory over the criminals, Bane proclaims that he is innocent of his past crimes and urges Batman to stop haunting him. He then leaves Gotham without fighting Batman to begin a search for his father. Bane's search brings him back to Santa Pascal, shown in the Bane of the Demon Ministries, published in 1998. In search of leads, Bane questions the Judas priest who had taught him why he was in Palo d'Oro. The priest explains that there were 4 men who could possibly have been his father. the Santa Pescation revolutionary, an American doctor, an English mercenary, and a Swiss banker. While searching for the Swiss in Rome, Bane encounters Raj Al Ghul, Al Ghul's daughter Talia. Talia introduces Bane to her father, and eventually Bane impresses Ross so much that he chooses Bane as heir, an honor he had previously imparted on Batman. Ra's al Ghul and Bane then launch a plague attack on Gotham in the Legacy storyline. Bruce Wayne again costumed as Batman gets his rematch with Bane in Detective Comics number 701, September 1996, and finally defeats him in single combat. Since then, whenever Batman and Bane square off in battle, their fights usually end in a draw. Following the Legacy storyline, Bane appears in one short publication called Batman Bane 1997 and fights a Zoo in the Angel and the Bane storyline in a Zoo number 36-40, December 1997 through April 1998. After having presumably broken out of the prison where he is put, he runs off to Colombia. He then surfaces in the story arc No Man's Land, serving as an enforcer for Lex Luthor, following a fallout with Ra's al Ghul. Bane later embarks on a campaign to destroy Lazarus pits around the world, and in the process encounters Black Canary, Birds of Prey, number 26, February 2001. Thank you for watching this video, and peace out till the next one.